What's good, guys? It's Ilson 4K.
And I'm Creepy X Betty.
And we are the Creepy Couple. And of course, you know why we're here. For the same reason you're here. Because you saw the new episodes of Stranger Things. And I'm just going to let you start off. Just
Stranger Things Part 2.
Yeah, Stranger Things Part 2. And just go off and tell us what your favorite part was so far. What did you love about this season?
Everything.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick one.
It's hard to pick.
Let's see.
It really just turned us on our heads. Like, it turned everybody on their heads, especially when it comes to the Upside Down. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
The fact,
we find out a lot about the Upside Down.
Yeah,
actually,
that's the thing. And spoiler alert ahead.
Spoilers. Don't watch if you haven't seen it yet.
No.
But
if you have, stick around, please. We need the engagement. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave the comment, all that stuff.
Yeah. So the Upside Down, what they revealed was that the Upside Down isn't just like an alternate dimension. It's actually like a pathway, they said, like a pathway, like a bridge leading into like some wormhole type.
Yeah,
like,
it is the wormhole, and it connects the two. And for those of you who remember when 11 banished Vecna, like I think it was last season, remember when he sent him through the wall?
It was like a flashback from when she was like younger in that like was it like a daycare with like all those
like
kids?
Hawkins Lab, basically.
Yeah, Hawkins Lab, like a daycare for them. And not daycare, like, you know,
yeah, what was a day? They thought it was a daycare. I mean, you could have fooled me. Right?
Yeah, but it was a flashback, and like, you know, she like uses her powers and like pushes Vecna into like this like
alternate world
wormhole. Like she created the wormhole, and so he was there, and like that's how he got formed into like Vecna, and yeah, that's pretty much, you know, where it's the Upside Down leads into. So like the Upside Down wasn't this like alternate dimension that like
bridge.
It was just a bridge leading into something far more sinister.
And Dustin calls it the Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really cool because I'm not gonna lie, ever since we first saw Vecna go to that dimension when he talks to 11 about how he went to another world and rebuilt himself.
Yeah.
I was wondering where that was. I was like, that's not the Upside Down. Or is it? What does that? It turns out that's what's on the other side, and Vecna's trying to merge the two worlds together.
Right.
Which is some crazy shit.
Yeah,
really.
so and also I'm wondering, like, in this like wormhole, so that's where he like becomes this like monstrous like creature, like known as Vecna. So I'm wondering, like, did he create those monsters? Or were those monsters already put there before he got there?
Yeah, that's
and
a great
like,
question.
what about this place, like, makes these monsters?
And why does he want them to join together, though? Because they never really give us a definitive reason as to why. We got the who, what, where, when, but we don't really have the why. And it's because he's trying to bring the world together to destroy them. But what's it matter to him? Which is also fascinating.
Yeah, why does he want to bring the worlds together?
Absolutely. Yeah, what's his end game?
Maybe he wants to be like the ruler of this world, you know?
He's just like
this new world. Yeah, this new world.
He's just like, you know what, you banished me to another world, here, let me show you.
Yeah.
But it was
so that's one of my questions. I'm like, you know, were the monsters already there in this wormhole, or did he create all these monsters?
And let's talk about the kids. The kids that Vecna has taken, are those kids like they're vessels of some sort, but are they marked for a reason? Like, are they going to, like, why them? I'm hoping maybe we can get an excuse for that, like, as to why. Because we found out ultimately, again, spoiler alert, is that 11 is technically one of Vecna's children. And that's a whole other story we'll get into a little bit later. But it's fascinating to wonder, like, what's the end game here if Vecna can't make these his children? Like, is he doing what the government was doing in his own way? He's
probably trying to replicate what the government is doing.
Yeah.
Like trying to create, like, you know, his own world with like these children. So I'm thinking these children are gifted in some way, right?
They might very well be.
Like, Will is. We know Will was. Yeah.
Dipshit Derek having powers would be hilarious.
I wonder what his powers are.
If they have powers, who knows? We're probably just poking holes. There's only one episode left. It's not like there's a whole lot of room for growth here.
Yeah.
But it's just fascinating to see the way that, again, Dipshit Derek is one of my favorite characters. Speaking of Dipshit Derek, we'll talk about him too. Dipshit Derek deserves his own moment.
When he said Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers? Well, because Mr. Rogers
when he called Vecna Mr. Rogers, they had me crying.
You know, and they have this whole thing now where we got, what was it, number 2? Is that Elle's sister?
Yeah. Was she number 2?
I think she might have been number 2.
Yeah.
Now, Elle's sister is back.
Right.
And they were draining her blood to pregnant women.
Yes, but she isn't like gifted enough or like powerful enough, right? So that's why they're trying to find 11, because she is the closest thing to
Vecna.
Like what Vecna's powers are. and how powerful he
Eleven's
is.
mom was, of course, hooked up to the transfusion device that was from Vecna's blood.
Yeah.
So technically, 11 is Vecna's child, but so are all of them. And that's why the government had him in the facility originally, trying to train all of these children to become him, because they were trying to weaponize him. Which, of course, when it's the 80s movies in the government, they're always trying to weaponize shit.
Right, and now we found out that, you know, the
Mrs. K.
The government is trying to use these monsters in the Upside Down to kill the Russians.
Yeah, because it's Cold War era stuff.
Right, and so now they're trying to like use the monsters from the Upside Down to their advantage. Which I'm like, these people are corrupt.
But do you remember when the Russians were trying to do that too? Remember when Hopper was out in Russia?
Yes.
So it's it's the Cold War race all over again. Instead of nuclear weapons, we have this. Again, the way they tie all this shit together from the 80s, not just the looks, but the overall vibe, especially the Cold War vibe, because you weren't so much around in the 80s like I was, but like in the 80s, every bad guy was a Russian. Like in movies, video games, I was always fighting against Russians and Soviets. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like there's plenty of games where that was the
Life
case.
imitates art.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that how the saying goes?
Yeah, it does. And
and awesome. I was like, oh wow, like the whole like wormhole like concept. I was like, I feel like, I don't know, that might be a thing in real life.
Wormholes
Who
are definitely
knows?
a possible thing in real life, but it just I just couldn't get over how well they tied all this together to like pull the rug out from underneath us with the Upside Down. And
but also, I really did think the Upside Down was like an alternate like world for them, because it looks like
some sort.
It looks exactly like their world. It looks like Hawkins, but like a darker version of Hawkins.
And you know what's crazy? You think about it.
And I thought the monsters
upside down of the abyss. The abyss does not have an upside down.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It looks like space, kind of like all this. Like it looks like fire almost, and like rocks and stuff.
And the red lightning going off.
So I thought the monsters were from the Upside Down.
We all did, and it turns out the monsters are not from the Upside Down. They're just getting sent across the way, like the way an invading army coming over the ocean isn't from the ocean; it's from the other side, right?
Yeah.
So you have this whole concept of
it was just very trippy, especially with like how they were going through like Vecna's memories and like their own memories. Like this whole season was just like very,
very, very smart for only 3 episodes. It's almost like 6 hours for 3 episodes, but that's crazy. But the craziest part is also Holly Wheeler is now like a pivotal part of this. Like Holly Wheeler,
the little girl.
Yeah, Holly Wheeler really came into her own. That little girl, she's such a great actress, by the way. Oh my God,
is.
She hangs with Max just fine. Her and Max are just a screenshot in heaven. Speaking of Max, as we all know, she's back now.
I knew she would be.
Well, she had
but I was wondering, you know, how she would come back. But yeah, I just thought it was very cool how she was trying to like, you know, navigate herself out of
Vecna's mind.
She's
trapped in Vecna's mind, which is kind of a stretch, but that's okay. You know? Like,
I know that part was like what was tripping me out. I didn't know where anyone was. Like
that's a great question. Are the kids? Oh no, the kids are in the abyss. Remember at the end when Holly goes to the abyss and sees?
There's just so many like things that were going on. I was like, these people are in their memories. Like then they were in the abyss, and like they were in the Upside Down. Then who was in the real world? I was like, oh my God!
I'm fascinated by how cohesive it is. Like,
it's very cohesive. I'm like, the Duffer Brothers are like geniuses.
But you can understand it. It's not like explaining it to someone is impossible. Once you see it, it's easy to understand it.
Yes.
And it's just like, again, the characters in this season have been doing great. I mean, we'll start out right away. We have to talk about this new dipshit Derek character.
He's
what a comedic relief. Oh my God.
And I always loved Erica, Lucas's sister.
Erica. Oh yeah, she came into her own as well. But dipshit Derek is just this like shining star of just like the lovable little prick.
Yeah,
just the way he is. Like, what? Because Mr. Rogers said so. Like,
that was great.
Walking to the woods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But poor Derek, he gets more than he bargained for when he pisses Vecna off, and Vecna shows him like his dead family and stuff.
Oh man, that was messed up.
And then you have what's it called? The relationship between Nancy and
Jonathan.
Yeah, Nancy and it's so cool.
I feel like each character had their own moment, and they're kind of like. This is like what you said. This is like all the characters' final forms.
Yeah, there's no more character arcs, no more character development.
Right.
Resolution is a great word to use for this season because Dustin and Steve resolve their issues. You know, what's her name? The oh my god, why can't I remember her name? The autistic one, Robin, and her girlfriend.
The autistic one.
Robin and her girlfriend resolve their issues. You have Steve and Nancy who resolve their issues.
Jonathan and Nancy.
Sorry, Jonathan and Nancy.
Yeah, I got them confused
Everybody resolved their issues. And speaking of resolving their issues, Nancy is like the most badass thing ever. You see her pop out with the machine gun.
She's so badass. I feel like out of all the characters, she's the one that like got traumatized the most, but the trauma made her like stronger.
Like once she got a taste of that blicky last season, blowing Vecna out the window, she's been addicted to blowing shit up ever since. She's
just so badass, and I can see why that they're making a spin-off series.
So they say
on her.
They want to make a spin-off series.
Yeah.
Nancy just running around Rambo style, fucking picking people off.
She's not playing around.
No,
she's like badass though. Like she's giving like final girl energy. Like I want to defeat the monsters.
Speaking of final girl energy, let's talk about 11. How far that character came.
Yes.
11 is a fully developed character now. She has a name, Jane, and they call her Elle for short because, of course, but like her and Hopper even had resolution. Like Hopper's come to a whole new understanding of what family is after finding 11's sister.
Right, but he doesn't trust the sister. Remember, he said that?
Yes, the sister.
He was like, he doesn't like her. He said, you know, I don't trust her. So I wonder what they're gonna do.
And good reason, because remember, the sister was like, the only way for this to end is me and you end, Elle, because the end game to the sister is, and even she has her own development, is the fact that the sister believes that as long as Elle and her are alive, the government will always be hunting them down.
I think that's true, though.
And trying to make more kids with them.
Right.
So it's like this, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, and meanwhile, Elle was just done flipping out on Hopper for trying to blow himself up, and now this girl wants her to do the same thing.
Right.
Much like Hopper's resolution of attempting to blow himself up if he was to fight Vecna. It makes sense to the individual, and it's got to be a rough spot to be in, because I don't even feel like the sister's a bad girl.
No,
I feel
she's
like
not.
She's just looking
she
at
wants
it from a
to
realistic
save.
point.
She wants to save people.
Yeah.
I feel like, and Hopper doesn't really want to hear that because he loves 11. He doesn't want to lose another daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he is very, he's still very broken from when he lost his daughter to cancer. So yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating to see how they're really taking all of the characters and giving us the resolution we deserve.
Right.
I feel like they've sealed up every possible plot hole possible, including the fact that the Upside Down, when they're like, okay, so how does the Upside Down exist? Apparently the Upside Down was man-made by science, and that's what the dark matter is. Or
when Dustin found the scientist,
the books,
Dr. Brenner, he found his book of like all his notes,
and basically the Upside Down, there's a good possibility it was man-made and they brought upon their own thing. And as we find out, of course, Will, we can't not talk about Will the Wise is now a true, we don't know if he was born like this, because my theory is that his mom was maybe one of those women who got the blood transfusions. But there's also a good possibility.
Will's mom?
Yeah, possibility. Will's mom might have done that. I doubt it. It's probably just because Vecna infected him that he got his powers, because he's like linked to him. But I think that's
I don't know. Maybe that'll be revealed in the final episode, because I do want to know how he like became to be this like.
How did Will get the powers? Like, is it by proxy because Vecna invaded his mind and he got them by proxy, or is it because his mom isn't telling him something that he should know? Like,
right. I'm hoping they reveal that, but all the characters had a very, very like emotional scenes, and I think Will was definitely one of the most.
The Will coming out scene was very needed. And,
and some people like are arguing that it wasn't needed because they were like, oh, like it doesn't it doesn't matter. Like we already knew that, but I think it was needed because Vecna kind of feeds off of people's fears and trauma, and that was Will's fear and trauma, like him coming out because he was fearing that no one would love him anymore.
Yeah, and that's what Vecna told him would happen.
Yes,
so.
And that's a known thing that Vecna feeds off of your fear and trauma.
And that's how he overpowers you to get you involved.
Yes,
in
so I feel like that scene was very much needed because he's overcoming that fear and that trauma of him being like he's scared to be himself. And I just thought it was such a beautiful scene.
I thought it was tastefully done. Not that there's a wrong way to, do a coming out scene, but just the way they didn't even use the word. They didn't use the G word, gay. They didn't use homosexual. They just said, I'm like you. He kept on saying, I like this, I like that, I like this. I'm like you, but I just don't like girls. The way they worded that, I was like, damn, that was pretty tasteful. Like
that was beautiful.
Like, again, I don't mean to say there's a distasteful way to come out, but the way they just, you know, basically curved it, because that might be how somebody comes out who's that nervous and worried. And,
yes.
You know, even the way he confessed that he had a crush on Mike at one point. And
that was very brave of him to do. Yes.
You know, we all know someone who came out and we're like, wow, that was pretty impressive. You know, but it's one thing to do it on a show of that magnitude and not make it feel tacked on, because poor writing is poor writing. Poor tacky writing is poor tacky writing. Like, they can make anything beautiful seem ugly if they don't tell it right.
Right.
I think they did a great job with that.
Yes.
Will being powerful and empowered by who he is a big underlying message there. Be who you are and be beautiful about it.
Yes, and like the acting in that scene was just, it brought me to tears. Like how he like started crying and like everyone was crying and like hugging him, and it warmed my heart when I saw Jonathan, his brother, like smiling, like when he was like saying
Jonathan
all this
definitely
stuff. He knew. I feel like he knew this whole time.
Yeah.
Like he was waiting for his, you know, his brother to have like the courage to like
do it himself.
Yes.
And it's
and he was happy for him. Like you could see it on his face, like the way he was smiling as Will was talking, and oh my God, it just warmed my heart.
Yeah, it was a really beautiful scene. There were a lot of beautiful signs. Even what's it called? Jonathan and Nancy coming to the resolution. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Watching Max come back to life in what's his name? Lucas's arms was beautiful.
It was.
And Lucas never giving up on her.
Never gave up on her.
Straight up with the demi-dogs. And last but not least,
and you're worried about that man not texting you back. Lucas never gave up on
let's
that.
talk about, and I guess if we have to end the whole thing on this note, we have to talk about Mrs. Wheeler coming through in the end.
Oh my God,
blowing up the demo dogs.
She was badass.
Yeah, and again, just the way that she did this. Also, even the new science teacher getting involved. What's his name? You ready, Schnookums?
Yeah.
Yeah. Schnookums the whole time.
I keep forgetting that there's a lot of characters that don't know what's going on. Like I was like, oh yeah, like Karen has no idea what's going on with like the Upside Down, and neither did the scientist, the teacher, really the teacher. Yeah.
And just the way they're bringing new people in, and the crazy conspiracy guy. I love him to death. He's so well done. His character didn't really need to evolve at all. He's just
he's just a crazy.
Yeah,
like,
he's just the guy. He's the tinfoil hat wearer that knew he was right all along.
Right.
That's something I definitely find fascinating about him. Yeah, we had a really good time watching it. You know, we didn't get to watch it right away. We got to watch it the day after. But we're really looking forward to next week. And speaking of next week, make sure you check us here on our content channels, wherever you want to check us, to see what we thought of that, and make sure, you know, we keep all of our reviews. We really appreciate you guys hopping on, liking our stuff, watching, and we're really glad that we have somewhere to share our love of Stranger Things with you people. You guys really love to respond to these videos.
Yeah.
And it's a shame it's almost over. It's a shame we didn't meet each other way sooner, because this would have been a lot of fun to do. But
I'm sad it's almost over.
Yeah, I'm really sad too.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Whatever you want to do, follow. Wherever you're seeing this, go with that attitude. And, you know, it's The Creepy Couple, and we love you guys, and we'll see you next week, all right?
Bye.
Bye.